it's a little more complicated to work with rows in a table. Let's begin by translating a link that already exists. For example, I'm going to translate this link to the English Project Camelot homepage to Norwegian. Actually, not completely, since I don't know Norwegian very well. Remember, the link has underlying properties and visible text, which I can just type over. Once I've translated the text, I can right-click on link properties and change the relative URL, in this case lang/no, preceding the name of the home page, which is index.html, and that completes the translation of an existing link. I can do the same with this mission statement, since I know that there is a mission statement page in the Norwegian subdirectory on Project Camelot. lang/no/mission.html. And I could do the same with the other links. They don't have to necessarily be linking to the same or to the translated version of the same interview. I can just make use of the space and the fact that they are links and point them to any interview, any translated interview. The problem occurs when you need a new link. You've already used the available links, and you need to add a new link, but there's no available row in the table. Or you have an extra link that you can't use yet because the translation doesn't exist. So let's take the easier case, the case of deleting an existing row in the table. I just clicked on this row, and X's appear above and below that cell of the table, and so I can just click on the X and the row disappears. I might want to save a space for future use but not have it be visible. In that case, I can highlight this link and delete it. So the link will not appear, but the space is available for future use, and the heading will also be preserved. That wasn't so hard, but adding a row in the table is more complicated. Let's suppose I have, as I do have, an About Us page in the Norwegian subdirectory, and I want to add it to the list, the general list of web pages in this top section. I need to add a new row in the table. That's done by right-clicking, Table Insert, Row Above, and there it is. So I have an extra row available. Now I need to have a link to start with that's formatted properly. I can copy one from above, but a special technique is needed to preserve the formatting. If I try to copy this link, for some reason the formatting doesn't completely copy. What I can do instead is to select the entire row of the table by right-clicking, select row, and then right-click copy. What I've done by that is I've copied the entire row of the table, the actual row of the table, including everything in it, the link, the formatting, and so on. And I need to do the same thing for this empty row. Select the entire row and then paste over it, but with formatting. And then I can do what I did before, which is to first edit the text or translate the text, and then modify the link. Right-click link properties. Now look what happened. In the process of copying the row table, it inserted the base URL, which as a rule, we don't want to use for technical reasons on the Camelot website. So I removed it, just leaving lang/no/aboutus.html. So that completes adding a new link. And we removed a link here and created a spacer row here. So we're ready to test it by saving it. I'll open the flag.html file in my Firefox browser and check to see that the changes are what we expect them to be. The Norwegian flag is flying and all the links appear to be just as we expect. I'll test the mission statement link. It works. And the About Us link also works. All that remains to be done is to upload the flag.html file to the Norwegian subdirectory on the Camelot server and then link it to a Norwegian flag on the Camelot homepage, which I will do as soon as you let me know that you've uploaded your flag.html file.